Hi, I'm Brandon. This is my 9-year-old son, William.
Hi.
And we want to talk to you a little bit about how to plan for emergencies. The big thing here for me is to have your kids be a part of the planning process. Talk to them. Make sure they know what to do in certain situations. William, when we live here, we live in the Midwest, so one of the first sort of emergencies we think of are tornadoes.
And earthquakes.
And earthquakes. All of a sudden, we have to start thinking about earthquakes. And I'm being serious here. We have to start thinking about earthquakes and what to do in those situations. So, William, you and Grandma put together a tornado kit for us last year. List off some of those things that we've put in there to help us be prepared for that situation.
We put bottles of water. We put beef jerky, crackers, chicken salad, peanut butter, and some other things.
Yeah. So we have about 3 days worth of food in there in case of a tornado emergency in case a tornado happens to strike our house, in the unlikely event that a tornado strikes our house. One of the other things that we listed off earlier that we all of a sudden have to prepare for here in the Midwest is earthquakes. William, where do you go if an earthquake happens to strike in our particular area?
We get under something like a desk or couch, but if there's not one around, just get to a wall or something.
Right. So there's another sort of, we've talked about this, so he knows exactly what to do in that situation. All right, so say, William, there's a fire in our house. What are you gonna do if there's a fire and you're upstairs in your room?
I would feel the door, and if it's hot, I would bust out the window.
And this is an area where we're a little bit unprepared for as well. They make these ladders to go up in your room that family members can climb down and go to safety, which is something that we need to do to make sure that we're prepared in that situation. But all right, so William, we've made it outside of the house safely. Where do you go?
I would go over to a friend's house or backyard.
Correct. Yes, exactly. And we know exactly which friend's house we go to. So we've talked about natural disasters, and there's other sort of emergencies to prepare for within the house. All right, so I'm going to throw a scenario here out at William. All right, so William, I'm out mowing the yard. I've asked you to go out and pick up all your foam darts that you and your kids play with. You forget one, and it hits me in the face, knocks me over. This foam dart miraculously knocks me over. And I can't, I'm hurt, I'm bleeding. What are you gonna do in that situation?
I would first call 911.
Right.
And then I would stand by you to make sure you're okay.
Exactly. All right, so we've got, and then I'm gonna throw another scenario out there to you. Say we're grocery shopping and we get separated somehow. You get distracted by some, delicious fruit that you see in the produce section. What are you gonna do?
I would first find an employee and tell them your phone number.
Right. See, William knows a lot of this stuff because we've prepared him for these situations. We talk about these situations before we go into a large crowd, before we, on days that there might be, the weather forecast doesn't look that great for a tornado. He knows these things. He's been prepared for that. He knows our phone number. He knows our address. He knows how to dial 911. So he's prepared for these. And I think that the big thing is to talk to your kids about what to do in these situations. You're not going to be able to prepare them for each and every situation, but you're able to give them the knowledge, and that will help them in any emergency in reality. So William, I hope that we were able to prepare some families for emergencies, and I hope that we get the conversation started a little bit with these other families that maybe are not prepared for emergencies.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. So thank you, and again, get that conversation started and be prepared for any sort of emergencies that come your way.